say train up a child in the way that they will go. Train them up. But how are you training them? Dwayne Wade training his son to be a girl. I mean, goddamn. And here's the thing, right? He's raising a son who wants to be a daughter, and that son that wants to be a daughter is dating a girl who wants to be a boy. I don't even know if it's gay anymore. Like, is that still gay? I mean, it's just, yeah, like the socket is now plugged, and the plug is the socket, but they still plugging each other. Like, does the light still come on showing the apocalypse? I don't know electric. I don't know electricity. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is it still gay? The scriptures say pride goeth before destruction. And you got a whole month of it. You got a whole month where everybody's going to tolerate your gay ass. You come around with these skin tight booty ass shorts on, and everybody got to say, well, you know it's June. You know, I mean, listen, we got 30 days of it. Is it 30 days here? What is it, 31? I don't know. It's not, why they give them gay niggas February and give Black History June? I mean, at least it's not that much of it. But it's going to be some things going on in Houston out that you're going to have to just say, oh, well, you know, it's Pride Month. You're going to see some flamboyant, you know, white man walking around here with a dress on and the balls hanging out his G-string. And you're going to say to yourself, why is he dressed like that? And somebody going to say, well, it's Pride Month. And you know what you're going to say? Oh, you're right. Damn. What was he just reading about that 60%? Bring that back up. Read that.
This is the UCLA School of Law Williams Institute. More than 60% of suicide attempts among LGBT people happen within 5 years of realizing they are LGBTQ.
I don't think y'all understand what this brother just brought out. Within 5 years of you realizing you gay, 60% of you try to commit suicide. Damn. You know what? I always wonder why these niggas be just come out and be gay. Now I see why you struggling to accept it. Because the minute you accept it, you're 60% more likely to kill yourself behind the decision. Damn. Like that, and that's if back in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that classified as a mental illness? Right. And that makes sense. That makes sense. Like you got a plug, right? And then you got a socket. You got a plug and you got a socket. Plugs go into sockets. You plug the plug into the socket, the light switch comes on. You plug a plug into the plug, nothing happens. And brother, you can't even get two sockets together. The plug goes into the socket. And if you think you're gonna turn this light switch on, plug to plug, then you're crazy. Like you are really lost. Like, and that's homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this has happened because somebody, because you was a child, you like rainbows and you was little. Look, who didn't like rainbows? You know what I mean? You know, they're so nice, they're colorful. You know, you're in the 3rd grade, you just learning how to color inside the lines, and you draw a rainbow. You know, it's just innocent rainbow. But society have this brother believe that he's gay because he likes rainbows. Nice. He's a 6-year-old boy who was learning how to color and just so happened to like rainbows. Right. That doesn't mean take his rod. That doesn't mean this brother's trying to become a girl. He's just a child that likes rainbows. Right. But so much of society right now, we're putting sexual preferences and desires in places where they don't need to be. Right. We live in a society right now where a little boy, 7 years old, can decide to become a woman. Damn. A little boy could make the conscious decision to become a woman. If we gonna let this nigga become a woman, we gotta let this nigga buy some scotch too then. Right. Well, I mean, goddamn, what's the problem? He's old enough to say, I don't want to be a little boy, I want to be a little girl, and you're gonna give him estrogen pills and take his rod from him. Right. But he ain't old enough to say, F you, mama, I don't want to live here. Right. Let that child say that. Let that transgender child in training say that 3 times. Transgender child, I can't even say it. Transgender child in training. Right. You understand? You let that transgender child in training tell his parents, I'm tired of your S and I'm ready to get the F out your house. And let's see how grown you think that parent think that child is.
Right.
What the parent gonna say? Nigga, you done lost your mind.
Right.
Who you think you is? Right. Oh, you must think you grown. Right. Wait, so this child is old enough to become a woman, but still young enough to tell you to F off?
Right.
I just think that speaks to your hypocrisy because you're crazy. You're crazy, you've been molested, and the way you deal with it is to become the thing that molested you.
Right.
That's how you deal with it. And I don't even blame you because we're not taught how to deal with trauma.
Right.
We're not taught it. Like, you have to be counseled, Akwatian, meaning brothers and sisters. You have to be counseled through a traumatic experience because what happened to you, but it doesn't make you who you are.
Right.
You understand? Just because some sleazy slime ball man took advantage of you does not mean you are the thing that he thought you were. It's not what that means. And you're not a victim of it. You're a survivor of it. You don't go out and commit the same acts to other people that happened to you because you survived the experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That horrible, tragical situation. You survived it. Now imagine some drunk driver, right? Imagine some drunk driver runs the red light and then hits your car and then kills your kids. Do you now become a drunk driver who seeks to drive drunk and hit other people's cars and potentially kill their kids?
Great point.
Oh, you wouldn't do that. But you, being molested at 6 years old, will grow up and think to molest somebody else.
Right.
That's because you haven't healed from your trauma.
Right.
What happened to you was evil, it's wrong, and it should never have happened.
That's right.
But you are supposed to be better. You're supposed to come out of that better. Don't let some traumatic experience from childhood turn you into the person you are today. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because we just read what this brother just said. Because if you now internalize that feeling that you got from that man that touched you, he's the pervert,
right.
Not you.
Right.
This is your uncle. You're supposed to feel comfortable around your uncle.
Right.
You understand? Like back then, now listen, I'm an uncle too. I don't bathe nobody's kids. I don't even bathe my own kids. Right. You know what I'm saying? But as an uncle, it shouldn't be a problem with you bathing your nephew. So the nephew isn't at fault. It's not your fault that your uncle touched you. It's his problem. He's the pedophile.
Right.
He's the sick bastard
right.
who needs to be killed. I ain't saying I'm gonna kill him. I'm not saying you should kill him.
That's right.
I'm just saying for you to touch a child and take away his innocence, I believe, and the Bible says, that constitutes death.
That's right.
So anybody that molests a child or rapes a woman or even rapes a man, you deserve to be put to death for that.
Right.
And that's how that child gets over it. That's why the Bible is so righteous. Because somebody that was a child molester, you don't have to sit at the table with him at Thanksgiving. You know, that helps with your trauma too. Seeing some justice, that helps. Like the man that raped you, if you got to witness him getting stoned to death, that's empowering.
Right.
That brother forced himself upon you, you fought him off. You fought him off long enough for the authorities to come and exact some justice. And then you get to sit there and watch the whole town throw rocks at him until this person dies. That's how you overcome that traumatic experience. But here in your household, that doesn't happen. Uncle Johnny done touched everybody damn kids. But some kind of reason, instead of banning Uncle Johnny, y'all just say don't let Johnny come around the kids.
Right.
Like, hey, we're at the family reunion. Hey, y'all seen Bubba and them? Uncle Johnny, he over there teaching them basketball. No. Everybody knows Johnny gets away from the kids. Am I making this up? Am I saying something nobody has ever heard? You ain't never heard somebody say don't let that person around the kids by themselves? If you've ever heard that, that lets you know that you lived in a house that didn't have any man of God in it. Any men of God. Because here's the thing. We're not going to supervise Johnny around some kids. We're going to kick Johnny ass. That's what we're going to do. Johnny would never come back around here after touching somebody's kids. That's the stance a man of God would take. And that child right there, he sees support. He sees some justice. He sees somebody who cares about him, who doesn't think he's just some thing to be touched. And maybe that child doesn't grow up and think that passing his trauma on is right. Because that child gonna realize, if I do this to this person, they're gonna do to me what they did to Uncle Johnny. Because Uncle Johnny was wrong. But if all you say is, don't let Johnny be around the kids, maybe this child might grow up thinking that it's okay to do these things. And that's what's wrong with the Christian church. And that's why this brother is bringing this out right now. We got to get back to what the Bible says about how to live a life, how to be a man, how to be a woman, and how to be a child. It's all in there. The Bible says, train up a child in the way that they will go. Train them up. But how are you training them? Dwayne Wade training his son to be a girl. I mean, goddamn. And here's the thing, right? He's raising a son who wants to be a daughter, and that son that wants to be a daughter is dating a girl who wants to be a boy. I don't even know if it's gay anymore. Like, is that still gay? I mean, it's just, yeah, like the socket is now plugged, and the plug is the socket, but they still plugging each other. Like, does the light still come on showing the pot? Listen, I don't know electric. I don't know electricity. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is it still gay? But goddamn, it's so complicated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too complicated these days. How about we get back to simplicity? We find simplicity and practical knowledge in this Bible. And this brother's doing an excellent job of bringing you the hard facts about your community. The scriptures say pride goeth before destruction. And you got a whole month of it. You got a whole month where everybody's going to tolerate your gay ass. You come around with these skin-tight booty-ass shorts on, and everybody got to say, well, you know it's June. Right. You know, I mean, listen, we got 30 days of it. Is it 30 days here? What is it, 31? I don't know. It's not, why they give them gay niggas February and give Black History June? Right. I mean, at least it's not that much of it. Right. But it's going to be some things going on in Houston out that you're going to have to just say, oh, well, you know it's Pride Month. Right. You're going to see some flamboyant, white man walking around here with a dress on and the balls hanging out his G-string. And you're going to say to yourself, why is he dressed like that? And somebody's going to say, well, it's Pride Month. And you know what you're going to say? Oh, you're right.
Damn.
You're not even going to be outraged that this man is walking out here with a G-string trying to cover balls. You understand?
Use the bathroom with your daughter.
He's going to be in the bathroom with your daughter identifying as a woman. And somebody's going to say, well, it's Pride Month. And you're going to say,
Real talk,
you're right, I forgot. I forgot it's Pride Month. Meaning, this is right. Right. This is essentially okay what he's doing. Because what happens when you speak out against him? You're going to get blackballed like the baby. Right. You're going to get canceled like they did Kevin Hart because he made a joke 20 years ago saying if his son wanted to play with a Barbie doll, he would buy the Barbie doll and smash it over his head. Right. A joke. That joke right there kept him from hosting the Oscars, which was his dream. Right. Which was this black man's dream. Now listen.
Right.
I'm a black man.
Yeah.
I have dreams.
Right.
Not once have I ever dreamed of hosting the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? I never woke up one day and said, I want to host the Oscars. But this black man did. He wanted to host the Oscars, and he put himself in a position to be able to host the Oscars. He went on to become one of the highest gross-selling comedians of all times. And guess what kept him from hosting the Oscars? Some comments he made about the LGBTQ community, which was a joke, by the way, and he is a comedian. Right. Because, Pride Month. The month when they get to come out here and just wear what they want to wear. Right. Like you wouldn't let women come out here bare-chested, but you're going to have a man come out here bare-cheeked? Bare-cheeked? I mean, like, what precedent are we setting? In front of the children. Real talk. But you got to tell the chick, because normally, because you told this child to wear clothes, right? That's right. You wouldn't let this child go to school like that. Right. You wouldn't do that. You would tell your children to cover up in public. But you're going to be out in public sometime this month You may be somewhere in, let's say, the Montrose area.
Montrose, yeah.
And you're going to turn your head to the left. There's going to be somebody on a unicycle with a clown hat on and his balls out. And you're going to look at him and say, I'm going to call the police. 911, there's a white man with a clown suit on and his balls hanging out on a unicycle. And they're going to say, where are you? Well, I'm in Montrose. And they're going to say, where it's Pride Month. Damn. And you're going to say, I forgot. You're gonna look like it was my fault. Like I should have been more aware.
Right.
I should have been aware of where I'm at in the season that I'm in.
In the season.
I'm in Montrose, and this is Pride Month, so I should expect to see some white man with a clown suit on a unicycle with his balls out. Right. How did I not remember that?
Indecent exposure.
Damn indecent exposure. And in June, the whole month of June, there's no such thing as indecent exposure because, it's Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to understand. You know what? It's so normal. It's like a white racist man, right, who loves basketball.
Right.
I mean, or even football. Loves football. When is the Super Bowl played? I know you would know. When is that? What month?
It's in February.
What else they have in February?
Black History Month.
Black History Month. So some racist white man is watching TV and like, why are these niggers on my TV? And somebody's going to say, it's Black History Month. He's going to say what?
Yeah.
I understand. We're going to have to do that for Pride Month.
God damn.
You can't even tell your kids, hey, look at that. Let's ostracize this. Let's condemn that. Because your child going to say, but ain't it Pride Month? And you're going to say, you're right.
Right.
How did I forget? The Bible say that the pride goeth before the destruction.
Right.
So be proud. No sweat. Be proud. I just want you to keep that same energy when the destruction part comes.